Hola, ¿cómo estás?
Hi.
Hey, friend. I can I can relate to that bitch. I thought I had COVID a couple weeks ago, and it was just pollen. Give the people give the people your name, friend.
Hi. The full name or what? Well,
How-
my handle.
However
It's
you want.
Monroe Rodriguez slash Seek Diviner, but it's Monroe. Um, I'm currently out of the country. I'm in Brazil, so yeah, I will be coming back soon. But so I went to Brazil to kind of figure my shit out. Um, Pretty much. And like I was actually contemplating moving to Brazil, but now that I've been here for a little while, I've seen different layers of things, and I'm just like, nah, I'm good. He, him.
Age.
I am 38.
And what region are you in when you're in the state?
Well, I'm originally from Philly. I grew up in the suburbs of Philly. I'm usually East Coaster, so I've lived most of most of the United States, but I prefer like the East Coast, either closer to New York or closer to Miami.
I dig it. Give us
Mhm.
your B day or your zodiac sign.
I am on the cusp of Aquarius and Pisces. Dun dun dun. Um, my moon is Virgo, and my ascendant sign is Leo. So a lot of people think I'm like that Leo persona, but not.
Um,
I like to say I'm Aquarius with actual feelings because most people think Aquarians are cold, and I'm not. Like I do have feelings. I do express them. I don't understand other people's all the time, but yeah. Technically bisexual. I am attracted to men and women, but I tend to, I guess, be more sexual with men.
you say you tend to be more sexual with men.
hmm
Do you
So,
think that the attraction is more surface level, or are you just typically more attracted to men?
mm, I would think like physically attractive, emotionally, it's a little bit harder for me in a relationship with a man. I've had relationships before, but it just seems like um, whenever I want to like settle down, have kids, have pets, that type of stuff, it's like I don't always get to that phase with men. No matter how long I
Mm.
date them, it just doesn't usually work out that way. So,
I tend to hear in my counseling that I do, I tend to hear a lot of bisexual men, especially, say that it's easier to have sex with men, but it's harder to develop relationships with men. I know a lot of bisexual men who have primary dating and sexual experience with other men, but
hmm
they have primary relationship experience with women.
hmm
Would you say that that's
um,
what?
I think most of my life, until up until about college, I was at least emotionally with both. But um, unfortunately, like one of my first like experiences was not like usually I was under the influence, and it was with a dude, and it wasn't really like something I was looking forward to, if I put it that way. So I think in college, like I um, just assumed, like when people say, "Oh, if you're been with a dude, you're just gay," and like you just kind of go with it. And for years, I kind of had that struggle where it's like if I didn't date men for a while, like let's say like 3, 4 months or 6 months, then I would find myself being attracted to women again. So it was just weird. So I don't really like. I'm comfortable with the label, but some people don't get it, or they think it's just a cover for you're not willing to labor yourself on the thing, and it's like, now it's way more than that.
I heard you mention
Hmm.
spirituality. I'm sorry.
Hmm.
So, do you identify with any particular religion?
I practice more. Well, I come from generations of people who are like pastors and reverends in the Black Baptist church. So, um, my family is part Caribbean, part African American, part Native American, and then also European. So but they all came from the South, Virginia and North Carolina. So for me, it was weird because everyone were spiritual or they had the spiritual things, but they would have it under everything was Jesus. I mean, my grandmother could tell when people were going to like pass away, but that was Jesus. That was a message from Jesus. But that was kind of my upbringing, and then I found myself, as my mom say, I tried to be normal or like a normal Christian or a normal spiritual person, and obviously when I found different things about my orientation, I had issues with the church. I tried Islam, same thing. Um, I went to George Washington University, or I went to Boston University first, and then GW. Both have heavy Jewish populations, and I had a lot of friends who were gay and Jewish, so it was interesting on that level. But I really couldn't find my niche, and then probably like 25, I guess I had kind of like a spiritual, I don't like to say awakening, but it was like I woke up one day and I started seeing shit. And then it kept happening more and more and more to the point I talked to my mom and I said, I think I'm going to have to see a psychiatrist or something because I'm just seeing dead people. And my mom started cracking up and she was like, we thought it would skip you. And I was like, say what? And she was like, yeah, like your grandma could do that, your dad can do that. And I'm like, I had gone through different layers of kind of self discovery because I was like, okay, there's the LGBT level, and then there's the spiritual level, and then now where I've switched from being like a high level software architect to now I'm doing more spiritual work, life coaching type of stuff. I do Reiki. I'm completely going from programming and helping like huge companies make money to now helping individual people, change their life spiritually or just from a like a life coach level. So it's
Mhm.
really different. It's really different. Um, and people are interesting, and sometimes I'm stressed out because of it. Um, you know, um, there was times where I had maybe 12, 15 clients a day, and then now it's like slower where I probably have like four or five, but then I do classes and stuff too. It's a little bit different money level, but it ebbs and flows, and I have I have celebrity clients, and I think we have some mutual people we know in common. I have clients that are in the ballroom circuit, um, so through spirituality, I been kind of have this intersection with all these different communities now, which I was not. When I grew up, I was in a house when in college.
What was your category? I'm curious.
They wanted me to walk face, of course. So. Without all the beard and stuff, when I was younger, I looked more feminine, a lot more. Like people would clock me real quick because they're like, are you, what are you? Are you gay? Are you bi? Are you trans? Like what? They would get so confused
Are
because
you
like
a
I'm a big dude. And they would but when they see my face, they would just get confused. They're like, huh? So yeah, um, that was a little, I had a whole bunch of friends involved in the drag queen scene as well. Like, so yeah, I used to have a kind of like these silos of communities that I was kind of a part of. And then when I got into the spiritual stuff, especially like African based spirituality, I realized they're all a part of that. Some people are in those spiritual communities as well. And so I'm like, oh, hey, I know you from this, but oh, you in this too?
Yeah,
And
yeah. And why would you say that you are single from?
okay, so I was in a long term relationship. Well, it's long term for me now. I used to be in a lot longer relationship, but my last relationship, I was with a guy from New York, from the Bronx. He was Argentinian, and we were for over a year. And after I went to Brazil, I was like, look, I'm going to Brazil. I was only expecting to stay like a month and come back. But after like a month, and I stayed longer, he got jealous. Because Brazil is known for good looking people,
Yeah.
etc. He got really jealous, and then he was like, I just, we started arguing. I said, look, um, you don't trust me, so let's just break this
Yeah.
off, and whatever.
So was
Because
that, would you say that that person was the one so far?
yes, no, it's just I think everybody's the damn one until I find out that I can be like a hardcore romantic. I try to hide it. My heart's been broken so many times, but I was trying to make it work, even after, like, he was kind of helping me out with my mom passing and everything. So I do give him that, but it was like, and on a spiritual level, we were kind of good, but yeah, it's just he was a Pisces,
How
and
long
Pisces men are jealous and vengeful.
how long have you been single, friend?
9 months, 10 months, something like that. I've tried to date. I even reconnected with my ex fiance in Brazil from like 3 years ago. But yeah, just I try, kept an open mind. But mm-mm.
I get
But
it. Do
guys
you
tend to not date here. They just want to hook up and get it in, pretty
Oh,
much.
okay.
And sometimes they it's just you know they'll get it in more than
So,
one time in the afternoon. Shoot, they don't care. They're like, "Oop,
so
next. You're done? Okay, next guy."
they're quite sexual over there. They're quite open sexually.
Yeah.
Are you ready for love?
Yeah. Yes, I've been engaged before. I am, but it's just kind of hard because it's the trust issue. I've never cheated on anyone. I always, if there's something not working out, I always have a conversation about, this is an issue and we can fix it. We can talk about it. Maybe, you know, I've never been in an open relationship, that I like talk had that conversation because I usually don't do those. But for me, but yeah, I'm very open. I'm very honest, really transparent. No, nobody has to put like a low jack on me or follow my location on my phone. I'm pretty, honest about where I go and what I'm doing. Like I said, I've never cheated on anyone in any relationship, but something about my personality, people always think that I will. Yes, I'm a flirt. No, I do not usually talk to people when like if I'm at a party or I'm at dinner, I'm at a club with my significant other. No, I'm not going to be talking to other people in a flirtatious way in front of them because I think that's disrespectful. I'm a little bit of a hoe, but I'm like a hoe with one person. Like, not, I'm rather be with one person than everybody on the grinder area code, if you know what I mean, or at a
Yeah.
club or something. In fact, like, I don't even, like, if I hook up with somebody and then their friend wants to talk to me, I won't do that. I mean, like, no, I hooked up with your friend. This is weird. Da 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 da. I'm
Yeah.
try to be respectful that way. I don't like to cause drama. Um, I did I did hook up with a pair of twins one time here, separately because I was being a bitch. You know, I have had moments where, you know, I was scared to this, but it comes up as like a point of contention in a lot of relationships that I have or potential relationships because I tend to attract like straight dudes, bi guys, um, guys who are like tops, and I don't bottom. So, like, it's usually like an argument, a sword fight, if you will.
Authority.
That I usually win. But in fact, my last boyfriend was a strict top married to a woman, and he was about the entire relationship. So it's just like I'm like a converter or something. I don't know, but that like that's the Aquarius part. Is like we can argue, but I'm gonna get my way anyway. So um,
What describe your ideal partner for me, friend?
like looks, personality,
You tell
tax
me.
bracket. I don't know. I mean, I,
First,
I've dated, I've dated all types of races of people and ethnicities, because I never wanted to be like discriminatory. I've dated mostly either hetero or gay or bisexual. I've never dated anyone that's trans yet. Um, Only just because most don't really talk to me that much, especially here because sometimes when I go to a gay bar, people think I'm straight, and it's weird because people are a little bit more femme presenting here in Brazil. Um, so yeah, I don't really. I guess someone who's nice. I think I generally am attracted to people who actually care about people, who are nice. Yes, my friends say I have a certain quota when it comes to attractiveness. They've always said that since I was in college. Like, I got cute friends, I got cute people I date, you know, blah, 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 blah. I am attracted to a pretty face. Yes, I'm a sucker for that. Um, Pretty face, big ass. That's pretty much what I'm not always necessary with the ass part, but it's just like, that's what, you know, I usually get in trouble for. Um, I
you got
good personality. Money, I don't really care about because I know like money comes and goes, and especially in this economy, you know, international economy, like you know,
mm,
you can be really good, and then not, or the flip side. Um, I have. I used to date someone who's now a celebrity makeup artist. When I met him, he was not famous or he was not rich. It's just you got to have something. You can't just be sitting at home every day not doing anything. You have to have some type of spark or some passion, motivation to contribute some way to society. Um, we all have our depressive moments, but get out and do something. Is what I'm looking for.
do you prefer a night out or a night in?
It's dangerous nowadays, but night in. Now, but I'm trying to go out and meet people like in public. But the funny thing is, this happened to me a couple of days ago. I was talking to some guy on the app, and I went to the marketplace, and like there's some like a market where you can buy anything from like herbs to whatever, um, meat, spiritual items, wherever. So it's a big market. I go to the market. I'm talking to my friend who runs the store, and this guy I'm talking to literally goes into the store, walks right by me, sees me, stops, literally backs up, comes into the store, walks right in front of me, does not say anything. And I'm like on the app, I'm like, do you have a tattoo on your leg? Do you see this? Da, da, da. And I'm like, you were in the store, right? He's like, yeah. I'm like, why didn't you say anything? Because I was trying to rush home. Happens to me all the time. People will talk to me in apps. When in public, they don't say anything. When I'm at the club, they don't say anything. Even people will see me in the club, and then they'll find me on Grindr or something and talk to, or Tinder, and try to talk to me on the app. And I'm like, am I intimidating or
Weird.
something? Because you guys want to talk to me in person.
Friend, we're gonna have to try again. You keep going in and out. Brazil is
Yeah,
trying us. When are you coming back to,
the Wi-Fi is
friend?
ghetto. Um,
When are
I can try
you in the
next week.
States?
I'll get in the front of the house. Well, we can try this next week.
All right, let's try it again next week because Frank is going to be fully featured. I don't want them to get bits and pieces. I don't want to have to cut this up too much.
It's not my Wi-Fi. It's like what it gets now.
Thank you for coming on, though, Frank. You know, if you didn't, I would have been stuck in the wilderness. You know, these children are scared to come on.
Oh, it's clear now. Uh-oh.
Yeah, now it's clear. Of course, it's clear.
Dun, 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 dun. It's
They
clear
trying,
now.
they trying it, friend. It is Monroe Rodriguez underscore Seek Diviner, and that is MonroeRoDRiguez underscore SIKDIVINER. That is Monroe Rodriguez, Seek Diviner.